What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's JVceo. I'm kind of sad today. It's a downer video because I've lost 5.5 grand on the stock market. But you haven't lost until you sold, right? So most people would hide their losses, but in the spirit of transparency, I'm going to share with you what I'm doing, what I've got wrong, and how I'm losing 5.5 grand. And what I'm going to do, I'm holding this for a long time. Well, not a long time, probably about 8 weeks. So if anything does change drastically within that period, then I'm going to show you. But let's talk about the stock that I'm losing all this money on. So the name of the stock that I'm losing this money on is Ideanomics. Some background to it. So right, you all know I'm in the middle of buying some properties. I'm looking to make a lot more purchases this year in the UK and obviously back home as well. And I thought, you know what, I can deal with raising a bit more cash. Business is good and everything, but you know, if I could raise some extra cash, that would help me really well. And a great way to raise cash is penny stocks if you know what you're doing. Anyways, while scoping out for some stocks, a friend of mine mentioned Ideanomics. Like, you know, by the way, Ideanomics is a company that operates within the EV sector, electric vehicles, and they facilitate the purchase and, you know, wide use of electric vehicles and stuff. So just do some research into it. So anyways, he mentioned the stock. Out of excitement and out of fear of missing out, I dumped £3,000 into the stock. Boom! But I caught the stock at the very top, and from that point on, pretty much from the next day, it started going down. Some background as well. There's been a lot of campaign against the stock by a short selling company. So a company that basically puts out a lot of, they use fear tactics. So they put out a lot of false news in the hope that, you know, the average investor would just sell their stock and that company shares will keep crashing. And that's actually been happening. But you know, it's my fault because I didn't do enough due diligence on the stock before actually getting into it. If I did, I probably would have never got in at around like $3.80. I probably would have waited for it to retrace and then would have got in at that point. But also, this is why I don't really trade stocks, because it's just not my forte. I know how to read the chart vaguely from, like, you know, when I traded probably about 4 or 5 years ago, but it's just not my thing. I prefer buying properties and I prefer doing business. So anyways, as I've done that now, the stock has started tanking, and I've tried to average out my entry point because obviously it was too high. I was at 380, so I've just put in more money and more money and more money. So I started off on the 22nd of June. I deposited £2,000, and then I bought I deposited £2,000, and then I bought 600 shares, and I bought it at the price of £3.82, and then I deposited another £2,000 and I bought 700 shares, and then so now that's 5,000. Then I deposited another £1,000 and I bought another 400 shares. So that's 6,000 all in now, and the price kept crashing. So then I deposited more money to average out. And I've been doing this steadily as the price has gone down to average out my entry point up until today, when I've deposited another 3,000 and basically bought 2,750 shares. In summary, my average at the moment, is right here, 2,000. So my average at the moment with Ideanomics is just over £2, and I think that's now at a great place. I can afford to hold it at that price, knowing fully well that the current price is only at $1.30. So it's fairly easy to recover my loss up until $2 and hopefully make some profit on that. Unfortunately, I am currently losing £5,600 in my portfolio. I've got £328 free at the moment, and the current value of my portfolio is only £9,388. It would have been around somewhere in the region of 15,000 if I had broken even, and hopefully I can make some profits from this. I am hoping to make at least $10,000 to $15,000 on this, because I am hoping that it gets back to you know, the 380 mark. Even if it doesn't break that, I am hoping that it gets back to that, so that I can make a tidy amount of profit, pull that out, and then put that in my property investment company. That is the plan with this. I do think that this company has a promising future. It's just unfortunate that I got in at the wrong time, and I've learnt my lesson, and that's why I thought I'd share it with you guys. Make sure you do your due diligence before you jump into any stock. Don't just trade for the fear of missing out, because unfortunately now I'm 5.5 grand down. And if I didn't have the money to average down my position, I probably would still be at that $3.80. And at that price, it's very hard to make your money back. I probably would have to wait 2-3 months before it gets back to that price again. But at least I'm only at $2 at the moment, and I think that's a very good entry point. Had I known and waited till now and put in all that 15 grand at this particular point, then, you know, the sky would have been the limit. But with that being said, it is what it is. You know, I'm in the business of making money, and I thought it made sense, so I jumped into it. But at the same time, I am now fairly confident about this stock, so I'll be holding it till they announce their quarterly revenue in August, I think 11th of August. So at that point, if there are any significant movements on the stock market, then I'll do another video and I'll update you guys. If you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow me on all socials. I am JVceo on Snapchat, and JVceo_UK on Instagram. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you drop some comments. Make sure you share it around. And make sure you do not trade blindly. And I'll see you next Sunday at 6 p.m.